welcome to Covenstead Chat. I am Shaquilla Roberts, and today's very special guest is psychic, spiritual advisor, and teacher of bone divination, Atalanta Moonfire. Welcome, Atalanta.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself as an introduction to the audience.
My name's Atalanta Moonfire. I am 54 years old. I've been practicing divination since 25. Started with tarot, and the same person that taught me tarot taught me bones some years later. So I have been doing bone divination for about 14 years now. Involved with everything. I'm an author, one book out, and I've got a new one coming up.
What exactly is throwing the bones, and what brought you to this form of divination?
Throwing the bones is, first of all, it's the most ancient form of divination. We don't even know when it got started. And it's practiced in all faiths, all traditions, all paths. There's so many different types of bone divination. What I throw is African, Native American, Southern Hoodoo tradition. And what got me into it was the same person that taught me tarot back in the 90s introduced me to bone divination, his family's tradition of bone divination. It's contacting your ancestors to get information about future events, maybe situations that's going on right now. It's advice. It's everything. And it's personal because you're connecting to your ancestors.
Can anyone throw the bones?
Absolutely. Anybody can do it. As a matter of fact, people were very surprised. It's very esoteric because it's only been passed down through traditions, tribal traditions and family traditions. But we're here to kind of get it out there as popular as tarot and palm reading and crystal gazing, things like that. But anybody can do it. Once it's broken down into the basics, absolutely anybody can do it. It looks intimidating, but it really isn't.
How does one begin to obtain bone pieces, and how many pieces should one have to start with?
A lot of times my students, when they come to me, they realize, hey, I've had all these little trinkets and seashells. By the way, all the pieces are called bones. That's what we refer to all the pieces. In this tradition, we throw bones, animal bones, seashells, and little curios like trinkets, things like that, pendants, earrings, little things that you find. A lot of my students have already collected these things throughout the years. They can come naturally to you, which is obviously the best way to do it. They can be gifted to you. You can buy a small kit. I offer small kits just to kind of jumpstart it. I would suggest at least 30, but no more than like 40 when you're first starting out.
How can one be sure about the non-bone pieces?
You can use anything. Safety pins, buttons. Buttons are very big. Buckeyes, like nuts, little, like a pecan, a chestnut, a buckeye, any of those things, acorns, sticks. You can use fossils. You can use, I said, seashells, the trinkets, Now, when you're throwing, you really don't want a whole lot of other stuff. You really want mostly bones. Say you have 30 or 40 pieces, you can actually throw them. You can put them in a basket or a bowl or in your hands and throw them. However, when you have as many as I do, you mix them. You can throw them, but you would have a very large basket. My bones are ethically resourced, by the way. My bone kits vary that I offer because of that reason. But I have every kind of animal bone you could possibly. I have an antelope. I have a llama. I have anything you could possibly imagine.
After attending your workshop at Mystic South, you demonstrated your personal and extremely strong connection to ancestors. You stressed the importance of this connection and, most importantly, how to nurture it. In your opinion, how is the best way to start this practice?
I would start with a small, not a large, but a small ancestral altar. It's a place that you can focus and communicate with them, and put it in a place that you pass often in your home, because you're going to want to constantly communicate with them. Give them offerings. They love offerings. If you can't think of what they would like in life, if you're not sure, you can offer them whiskey, rum, tobacco. Those are very common. And and never put the living on your ancestral altar. Put a clear glass bowl of water, and that washes away negativity and also attracts spirit energy.
Let's talk about your book, Throwing the Bones. What inspired you to write this?
Literally woke up and just said, I think I'm going to write a book, and I think it's going to be about bone throwing. I had been teaching classes, and I had a really good response, and it was very exciting. And my ancestors that's one thing about this, is that your ancestors want you to succeed. They want to guide you. They're going to put opportunities in front of you, and they're going to give you ideas. And that's exactly what happened. I literally woke up and said, I'm going to do this. And then I just opened up to them, and one thing started falling in place.
What do you hope people take away from reading and learning from your book?
First of all, an ancestral connection. And once they realize that they already have that connection, they can just excel in every single aspect of their lives. And this is so simple. I know it looks intimidating. It's absolutely not intimidating. Super easy. And by the time you're done reading the book or taking the class, you know how to throw.
Atalanta Moonfire's book, Throwing the Bones, Divination for the Modern Practitioner, can be purchased at bonewitch.com. I want to thank the amazing Atalanta for joining us here at Oculus Alchemy.